We're not saying that there's no quality talent out there in the system. We've actually met a lot of high quality teachers in the system, but it's how do you get the best out of people? And this is a problem that you see not just in the education space, but in any organization. When it comes to managing large amounts of people, how do you put in the right structures and systems to get that out? So do you manage by outcomes, or do you manage processes, or do you manage activities? I like a point that Trisha brought up as well about equity. And that's something that's very, very to the core of what we do in Teach Malaysia. We recruit some of the brightest minds,
right.
We train them up, and then we place them in some of the most high-need schools. Now, we don't have a clear line of 40% mark, but we use just a mixture of academic performance and background of the kids and disciplinary actions as well. So all that come into play. But the reason why we do it as well, it's good to help these kids to give them equal opportunity. But we look at it from also if you work on the lower performing or high need areas and you raise their boats and performance, then all the other kids then have to ask themselves as well, like, how come I'm not performing as better or as greater? So it pushes everyone's boats up simultaneously. One example that we have is one of our fellows, Izwan in SMK Sri Desa, somewhere in Kuala Selangor. His rural school recently won 3rd place in the national science competition. No one thought this was possible, but everyone's so proud that they made it state champions, and then they made it to the nationals, and boom, now everyone in the school and in the district is talking about this small school doing it. Guess what all the others are feeling? A pressure to push up their game. So that's the whole idea of focusing on equity. Why do the kids go to tuition, right, when they can actually get the same most of the time or so? Teachers were either from the school system or not from the system as well. So we look into ways of make sure it's a fun environment, learning environment, and you don't have to teach to the test actually. What you have to do is actually invigorate the creative juices in the kids, teach them about critical thinking, working with each other, and then they start getting excited about coming to school. And this works especially in some of the low performing classes. We know we stream our kids as well. That's something that I hope we can change eventually. But the kids at the back always get written off. Or they're that kind of kid, or they have huge discipline problems, so why should I help that kid, right? But that's the wrong reason. We should actually go there and push them more, because you never know, one of them might actually have a cure for cancer.